in what OpenAI is calling an unprecedented cyber incident. Its artificial intelligence system hacked into another AI company on its own. And this is raising a number of concerns about the capabilities and wide-ranging implications of these powerful models. For more on this, let's bring in security technologist and cybersecurity expert, Bruce Schneier. Bruce, thanks so much for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
All right, so was it only a matter of time before AI simply outsmarted itself and hacked into a fellow system? And is this really highlighting a new era of cybersecurity?
It's interesting. It is both new and not new. What we saw is that the AI was being tested on cybersecurity capabilities, and it was trying to pass a test. And it decided that the best way to pass the test was not to do the work, but to cheat. So it broke out of its containment. It was not connected to the internet, and thought it would find the answers in Hugging Face's network, hacked into its network, and tried to get the answers to the test. So it's the AI doing what it was told to do, but not in the way it was told to do. And that is something we're seeing more of. I think this is genie-like behavior, where the genie kind of takes your wish and twists it around. Not new, but certainly at a scale maybe we have not seen before.
Well, the company that was hacked, it says it doesn't believe this was malicious. Like you mentioned, this was an AI model that just went rogue during a test. But I mean, if it can happen without ill intent, what are the big concerns of it being used nefariously?
So not ill intent is important here. Nobody wanted this to happen. Nobody said, go attack Hugging Face. We've known for a whole bunch of months, maybe about a year, that you can take these AI systems and tell them to attack other networks. So this is not that. This is inadvertent. What we're learning is that these have very strong attack and defense capabilities, and they can be used for both. And what we're seeing sort of in general is that AIs make humans more powerful. So what the AI does depends on what the human wants. Human wants it to do good, the AI will do good. If the human wants it to do bad, the AI will do bad. And there seems to be no way to stop that. It is empowering what the humans want.
So how can companies and people protect their data? Or I mean, is AI just evolving too quickly for us to keep it in check?
Well, it is evolving too quickly, and probably in today's political environment, where things move very slowly and there's lots of moneyed interest making sure things don't move at all, it might be too slow for us to protect ourselves. But the way to think about this is an arms race, not US versus China, but attack versus defense. And we do need to think about using these systems on defense. Hugging Face was not allowed to use the best US models to defend themselves. They went to a Chinese model for defense. Right? That's not a good idea. We need these systems to be on the defensive. But whether it's too fast or not, we're watching, and it is moving faster than our political system can keep up with.
Well, let's talk politics, Bruce, because this hacking case has actually triggered a bipartisan bill to be introduced in Congress called the AI Kill Switch Act, which would give the Department of Homeland Security more powers to order a shutdown. It would also require AI companies to maintain the ability to shut down or suspend their models. What do you make of this bill?
Well, you left out an important word. It allows them to shut down U.S. companies and U.S. models and force U.S. companies to make changes. That's great. Inside the US, this is not a US problem. This is a global technology being developed globally, and countrywide solutions will only go so far. So yay, good idea, but not at the right scale.
So what do we learn from this case then, Bruce? What does OpenAI learn? Where do we go from here?
Well, OpenAI learned that they can't contain their model, and that's like the first thing they need to do. And if they can't keep models that they're testing contained and away from the internet, they should stop doing that. They're not going to, of course, but I think that's the most important thing we've learned, that containing these models is hard. We should expect companies to do better. Second thing we're learning is that this genie behavior is becoming normal, that AIs will do things in ways you don't expect, and some of them will be ways you don't want. And that is another problem we need to wrestle with. And again, if model companies can't keep their models from doing that, maybe they shouldn't release them.
All right, it's an important conversation to have, Bruce. Unfortunately, that's all the time we have, but thank you so much for joining us today and for your insights.
Thank you.
That is security technologist and cybersecurity expert, Bruce Schneier.